Welcome back, guys, to Sports Debate NFL version. And today we're going to be talking about the Baltimore Ravens, who have. It's been fair to say, I guess, that they were disappointing this year because you had people like Colin Cowherd saying they're going to go 16-0. And even me, I thought they were going to be fantastic this year, but it's been kind of weird. So, on that topic, we're going to go to Dash and we're going to ask him, how far do you see the Baltimore Ravens going this year?
I'm going to go. I see a first round exit, something they're quite used to down in Baltimore. I think that I never really anticipated the Ravens to be what people were saying they'd be because how easy it is to predict a running quarterback. Like many once you game plan against them are kind of eliminated, and Lamar Jackson's no different. Like Lamar Jackson said that the defenses are calling their plays before they play them because they know what they're going to do always, because they always do a run pass option and they always end up running it. And then Lamar is no gifted thrower either. Like Kyler Murray is a much more talented thrower. Michael Vick, I'd say, is a much more talented thrower. While Lamar that was his one downfall in the NFL draft. He won the Heisman, but he could barely throw a good spiral. He's pretty smart with the ball, but he's not the most accurate person in the world. And then you see them going to Foxborough and losing. And granted, Bill Belichick is a phenomenal coach. Phenomenal is an understatement. And they were playing in the downpour, but running is their prowess, right? So if you're running in the rain, that should be something you excel at. But they didn't. And I feel like the Ravens are trying to build a super team, and they have this idealized view of the person that Lamar Jackson is, the 2019 Lamar Jackson, but this isn't the 2019 Lamar Jackson. And I'll eat my words if he can prove to me that he can win a playoff game on the road, because they're not winning their division. They're going to be a wild card team, and I see a hard matchup in their future. Maybe Buffalo. It's going to be a difficult matchup. I don't think
maybe Kansas City.
Maybe Kansas City.
Yeah, if they fall to 7th.
Yeah, they're going into a hard game, and I don't think they're prepared for that. I don't think Lamar Jackson, the MVP, is prepared for that. And we're not watching the MVP. We're watching normalized Lamar Jackson running quarterback.
So I'm going to take a Mark Ingram approach here, and I think I really do trust Lamar. And he actually looked I was watching the entire Ravens game versus Patriots last Sunday, and he looked pretty decent. You can really, of course, like you mentioned, he was playing in the downpour against Bill Belichick, some of the hardest conditions you can go through. Plus, his center botched a lot of snaps. It was 2nd and 5, I think, and they needed a touchdown, and then the center just botched the snap, and Lamar. It turned into 3rd and 16, and you just couldn't do anything there because even if Lamar threw it to them, the receivers couldn't catch it, and that's not their fault. It's impossible to catch in that weather. But I think I'm gonna go with. I think they can definitely make it to the AFC Championship. Maybe. If I'm talking conservative, maybe a second round exit, but I think they definitely have the caliber. I think they're definitely good enough to make it to the AFC Championship, and a lot of it does have to do with that defense, which is just stacked. You have one of the best secondaries in the league, which I know is pretty banged up right now, but one of the best secondaries. You have Jimmy Smith, Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters. The safeties are pretty good. Chuck Clark. I know he's been playing really well. The linebackers are awesome. Matthew Judon and Patrick Queen, the rookie's looking really good. Defensive line, Calais Campbell.
Yannick.
Calais Campbell's on the Ravens, right?
Yannick Ngakoue.
Yeah.
Ngakoue.
Yeah, Ngakoue.
who the Jaguars fan base is spamming
Fans
the
are trying
Pro
to
Bowl
vote.
so they can get a better draft pick.
Yeah, wait, how does that even work?
Fan votes
though?
are part of the.
that's just
A
like
fan
weird.
vote's a part
No,
of
it's
the
like
Yeah,
if-
but like
if-
the Pro Bowl and the pick things.
that's weird.
It's just weird.
Well, it's
Yeah,
just because
but-
like if he does well, then we get more picks.
Yeah.
So, or a
Yeah,
better
I guess.
pick. I don't know.
But yeah, Ngakwe, like that. Like I said, that defense is just stacked, and John Harbaugh's a great defensive coach, so the defense is going to be fine. They're still the number one scoring defense. And then offense does worry me a little because, like you said, I think the Ravens do think too highly of Lamar Jackson, where they just don't surround him with receivers. Like that's one of the worst receiving cores I've ever seen. Mark Andrews is a good tight end, and their running backs are pretty good, J.K. Dobbins and Mark Ingram, but you need receivers. But I think Lamar is talented enough where he's going to be able to overcome a lot of what opposing defenses throw at him. And because they have one of the best rosters in the league and one of the best defenses, and when it comes down to a defense is the one that wins you games in the playoffs, I think Lamar is a good enough quarterback, good enough passer, where he won't lose you the game, and then they're going to have to ride that defense to a conference championship.
But they can they?
So
Can I just say?
yeah, you're saying
Can they do that against
Yeah.
a Patrick Mahomes who has thrown one interception through 10 weeks? Like, how much are you going to rely on a defense?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of on the assumption that like they won't have to play Patrick Mahomes
Even a
until the
Josh
AFC
Allen
championship.
who's
No,
MVP.
Josh Allen is not doing. No, Josh Allen looked horrible against the Jets. I don't think he's doing that good against the Ravens.
I mean
maybe he didn't prepare as much for the Jets. We were saying the same thing about
Yeah.
Tom
Yeah,
Brady.
but Josh Allen has looked
But
way
preparing
too.
enough for the Giants.
Josh Allen has looked way too inconsistent, and the Giants have actually good defense. The Jets are just
oh,
awful.
do you see Josh
I
Allen?
don't trust
last week?
Josh Allen as much.
I mean, not as much as
Cardinals-
Patrick Mahomes, but like, I mean, he was an MVP candidate. for a while.
I think you're really underrating the Ravens defense. Like this is supposed to be one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah, but-
and
Yeah, it is. It is
But-
one of the best.
Yeah, it
defenses,
is. But can you trust them to win you a playoff game?
I think so. I mean, you have to get lucky sometimes to win playoff games, and the Ravens are a very opportunistic defense. And if Josh Allen looks like he did against Houston last year in the playoffs, I think the Ravens will definitely be able to get like a pick six or a fumble or something like that. And
But the thing is that if Lamar Jackson continues to play the way he is, right? If defenses find a way to shut him down, like if he plays behind, you're gonna have to throw the ball, or you can stop the run. They're not gonna be on the field that much. By the end of the game, or right near the fourth quarter, the Ravens defense is probably gonna be out there for so long.
But Lamar
They're gonna be
Jackson
tired.
did not look bad against the Patriots, and that's the best coach of all time in NFL history.
Well, I mean, what are you what are you comparing to?
I mean,
he made
he
some dumb mistakes. Like, I mean,
no. What I mean is, Bill Belichick should be able to game plan better than anyone else against Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson looked like people are freaking out when he played in a monsoon. Like what's he supposed to do when his receivers are dropping balls and stuff like that? Like Lamar Jackson, I feel like he's getting underrated right now, and basically, I just think he's being too underrated right now, and he'll be able to be serviceable. That's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't have to be an elite quarterback like 2019 version to win you a playoff game, in my opinion. When you have a defense that good.
Yeah, I just don't think he's clutch enough though to actually win it. I mean, right now he hasn't proved anything. The big games, the Chiefs, the 2 playoff games, primetime games. He doesn't show up when it matters the most. As of this moment in his
so
career,
Shivam.
I can't trust him to go out there and win a big.
So are you saying a divisional loss?
Yeah, a wild card, a divisional loss. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, only time will tell, but I'm confident in my take.
Yeah.
As am I.